Hey guys, what is going on? We've got something very special for you here today. Season 4 is just kicking off, and we're going to have the 10 best class setups to get you going in the Season 4 update. We are joined by a very special guest today. My dog is sitting on my lap, so if you do see or hear anything a little bit strange, it's probably just her chilling out. She was a little bit lonely today, so she's just sitting with me at the moment. But just before we do get into it here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely fantastic. So let's do it here, the top 10 best class setups in Season 4. Starting us off here is the ever popular assault rifle, the Cooper Carbine. This is basically just one of the best guns in the game, not just best assault rifles, basically one of the best guns in the game. The attachments you've probably seen on the channel before, but it's definitely worth repeating because these are very, very good here. Starting us off, we do have that recoil booster here, which does increase our fire rate by about 4 to 5%, which is nice to increase that TTK. The Cooper custom barrel does increase our accuracy as well as giving us a little bit of a boost to our fire rate, again of 5%, makes us very, very accurate and controllable here, a nice attachment. In the optic, we do have the slate reflector here for a very nice clear side picture. In the stock, we do have the Cooper 45 RS for initial accuracy and recoil and aim down sight speed. In the underbarrel, we do have the M3 ready grip here for sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and aim walking movement speed, a very reliable attachment for this particular weapon. Then we do have the magazine, which is the .30 carbine 45 round mag here. This does increase our damage, bullet velocity, range, bullet penetration, all the lovely stats. It does take our damage number to 34 damage per bullet with a great damage range value, which is fantastic for us here. Bullet velocity in the ammo type from the lengthened one gives us an increase of 30% to that stat, meaning we are very, very reliable at our hit detection. Then in the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip here for aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed increases. Proficiency, we do have brace for initial accuracy and recoil. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here for most starting ammo. Hey, what did you think about that? Was that good? Was that a good class setup? Moving on here to another ever reliable class setup in this game, that being of course the MP40. Again, one of my absolute favorite weapons in this game, just an absolute classic from COD history. The class setup has changed a little bit since you may have last seen us if you did watch the last season video that we did make. We do however start off with that recoil booster again to give us that fire rate increase of about 4 to 5%. The VDD 189mm short barrel does increase our damage range and increases that limb damage, which is actually very, very important here. In the optic, we do have the Krausnik ISO 1M just to give us a nice clear sight picture, as well as giving us a little bit of a boost to our aim down sight speed, which is really fantastic for this weapon. In the stock, we do have the VDD 34M for horizontal recoil control and aim down sight speed. We have the M1941 hand stop again in the underbarrel for more recoil control and accuracy. The magazine is an interesting change here. The 7.62 Gorenko 32 round mag does increase our accuracy, our fire rate, and our aim down sight speed, as well as our movement speed. We can still get a 3-shot kill with this thing as long as we are hitting mostly torso shots, which is actually very reliable at that fire rate, giving us a very good TTK. In the ammo type, we are going for hollow point here just to increase that limb damage, meaning you actually can get those shots on the limbs and you will still potentially get that 3-shot kill. That rear grip, we do have the fabric grip again for the aim down sight speed and the sprint to fire speed. Proficiency, we do have brace for more initial accuracy and recoil, and then in the kit we do have fully loaded here, but because it's an SMG you can run quick as well. Next we do have the BAR. We have featured this recently, so if you have seen this class setup you might as well stick to the next one, but this thing is very reliable and an excellent killing tool in this game. Fires very, very quickly for this particular class setup, even though it is a slow firing gun. When you do get 68 damage per bullet firing out of this thing, it's very, very fantastic. So starting us off here again, you guessed it, recoil booster for more fire rate increase on this thing. The Chariot 18-inch again for the fire rate increase of about 20%, meaning we are very, very fast at killing people. This is ridiculously fast TTKs here with this thing at 68 damage per bullet. Slate reflector in the optic again for a clear sight picture. The Chariot WR for more recoil control with this thing. However, you can take the remove stock as well if you want more aim walking movement speed. The M1941 hand stop again for that recoil control and accuracy. The .50 BMG 30 round mag does give us bullet velocity, range, damage, bullet penetration, and a larger magazine. Gives us 68 damage per bullet, which is absolutely ridiculous, meaning you can get super reliable 2-shot kills. In the ammo type, we do have the lengthened one here for bullet velocity, again very simple. In the rear grip, we do have the stipple grip tape for, of course, the initial accuracy and recoil. In the proficiency, we go with hard scope here for accuracy and recoil in sustained aim down sight. So walk around with this thing with the aim down sight up most of the time. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here for the most amount of starting ammo as well. We're going rapid fire here. We've got the M1928 here again. We have featured this thing recently, and this thing is probably one of the best SMGs in the game, man. Just such a reliable killing tool with a great TTK, easy to control recoil, and a massive magazine. What's not to love about this thing? This thing's perfect. Again, recoil booster, or you can take one of the silencers as well if you do prefer that, but we like the extra TTK boost. The CGC 12-inch cooling barrel does make us highly accurate and controllable, increases our horizontal recoil control by 90%, which is ridiculously strong. Optic slate reflector, again the CGC wire grip in the stock for this aim walking movement speed with this, as well as aim down side speed and initial accuracy and recoil. M1941, again that recoil control and accuracy. 100 round drum here for this thing. This is ridiculous. Basically gives you an LMG with movement speed stats of an SMG. Increases that damage, bullet velocity, that range, that bullet penetration, meaning you can get those 3-shot kills very, very easily here. Again, lengthen in the ammo type for more bullet velocity, stipple grip for initial accuracy and recoil, proficiency sleight of hand, and then again, kit do have quick here because we actually are running the larger magazine. You probably don't need as many bullets there. Moving on here to again, so something a little bit different here. We are actually featuring the combat shotgun, which does feature basically unlimited damage range here with the slug rounds. This is an interesting class setup, but you can basically get one-shot kills out to most distances on most maps, which is super, super satisfying here. So try this out if you've not already done so. You like your combat shotgun, you'll probably like this as well. In the start, we do have the G28 compensator here, just to increase that recoil control. We want the sawed-off barrel here, which does give us increase to our damage of 40%, which is absolutely massive here. Combine this, of course, with the 12-gauge 5-round tube to increase that damage, and well as increasing that damage range. Again, very important to combine this, of course, with the slug round, which again does increase our damage, gives us 196 damage per shell, meaning we can get those one-shot kills from pretty much across the map as long as you are hitting somebody in the chest with this. It's really, really satisfying, and you can fight at long range. You can snipe with this thing. It's insanely cool. For an optic here, we do have the G16 2.5 times, just where we like to fight at medium range with this thing. The Framble big game stock does give us aim walking movement speed and initial accuracy and recoil. It means we can move around the map a little bit more quickly, which is interesting. But again, you can take something like a CG33M adjustable as well. Underbarrel SMLE pistol grip for more sprint to fire speed and hip fire accuracy. In the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down side speed. In the proficiency, sleight of hand, just to get more shells into this thing as fast as possible. And in the kit, we do have quick here because you don't really need that extra ammo from this thing. Moving on here to another one of my absolute favorite guns in the game that is still super underrepresented despite how good it is. This is of course the Automaton. I very rarely see this class run by anybody in the game, despite it being one of the fastest killing weapons going around and still really easy to control. We do start off with that MX silencer, which actually makes us very, very accurate with this thing, as well as providing us with that sound suppression, meaning we do not appear on the radar when we are firing. We take the Zac FA short to just increase that damage number, as well as the magazine to increase that damage number to 39 damage per bullet, meaning you get easy 3-shot kills with this. Slate reflector in the optic slot for a clear side picture. The stock, we do have the Zac skeletal for the aim walking movement speed increase, as well as increase to that initial accuracy and recoil, keeping us on target. Then in the underbarrel, M1941 hand stop, again recoil control and accuracy. Magazine again increases our damage, gives us 50 rounds in the mag, increases that bullet velocity, that damage, that range, all these lovely stats. Again, 39 damage per bullet at very good damage ranges. In the ammo type, we do have the lengthened one here for increasing that bullet velocity by 30%. Rear grip, we do have the stipple grip here for, of course, that initial accuracy and recoil. And then in the proficiency, we do have the tight grip here for accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. You can take sleight of hand though if you prefer. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here for the most amount of starting ammo as well. The next one is a little bit interesting here. I thought a little bit about including this on the list. This could probably be replaced by some of the new weapons, I believe. If we do make another video, we might switch this one out. But the newer Welgun class setups that we have made are definitely still reliable killing tools. You can get a 3-shot kill with this thing, which is still fantastic if you are getting those torso shots at sort of close to medium distances. Again, the recoil booster does increase that fire rate by about 5%. The 240mm Hawkinson 43 does increase that damage range, as well as increasing that limb damage, meaning you can get semi-reliable 3-shot kills to those chest and sword limb damage as well. In the optic, we do have the slate reflector here for the nice clear sight picture. Stock, we do have the SA43M pack for the horizontal recoil control and aim down side speed. M1941 hand stop for recoil control and accuracy. The 7.62 Gorenko 48 round mag for increase that fire rate of recoil control and accuracy. The movement speed and the aim down side speed. Again, this says the damage is 30, but it definitely does get 3-shot kills as long as you are getting those torso shots. Got a little bit of a working theory at the moment with the hollow point rounds allowing you to get that increased limb damage, allowing you to potentially get those 3-shot kills, including limb damage on top. But again, keep in mind, if this doesn't work for you, take the lengthened ammo type for increased bullet velocity. In the rear grip, we do have the stipple grip tape for that initial accuracy and recoil, gung ho for more sprint to fire speed, and the kit we do have fully loaded here, but again, you can take quick because this is an SMG. Moving on to another absolutely fantastic SMG in this game, this is the PPSH-41, which is again one of my absolute favorite weapons in these games, an absolute classic from Call of Duty history. Really does allow you to get very reliable kills in this game, a very, very fun weapon. Again, the oil can silencer is an interesting place to start. Despite it looking really dumb, it does give you that accuracy and that sound suppression as well. The ZAC 300mm does give us that bullet velocity, that range, that accuracy, and the recoil control and accuracy. Basically means we can hit targets very, very easily with this. Again, increases our damage range by a little bit here, and that recoil control and accuracy. In the slate reflector, again, a nice clear sight. Again, the ZAC folding for, of course, the initial accuracy and recoil, and the aim down side speed from this means we can hit our shots very easily here. The M1941 hand stop, you already know what this does. The 8mm Nambu 71 round mag does increase our recoil control and our accuracy, our fire rate, our movement speed, and our magazine ammo capacity. Again, this does take us to that 27 damage per bullet. It technically doesn't allow you to get a 3-shot kill, but you do fire at 1,000 rounds per minute, which is very, very fast, allowing you to get very, very consistent TTK at about 170 to 180 milliseconds here. Ammo type, we do have lengthen here again to increase that bullet velocity by 30%, a very nice stat. Taking the stipple grip tape again in the rear grip does give us that initial accuracy and recoil. Efficiency, we do have tight grip again for the recoil control and accuracy during sustained fire, and the kit, we do have quick here because this is a large magazine as well. Another shotgun on this list is not something I was expecting to include, but if you do love shotguns, this thing is definitely going to do the job for you because it is a really, really reliable killing tool in this game. If you want somebody to disappear, you are going to get the job done here. This can also be perfect for a sidearm weapon, as the rounds in this thing aren't super lengthy. Like, you only get 5 shots with this thing for the most part, and once you get those kills, you probably want to switch your weapon. Again, starting as a field with the M97 full choke, this does increase that tighter pellet spread, making it very, very easy for us to do the most amount of damage. The barrel, we do have the class of 710mm for the 02B, increases that damage range, a really nice option for a shotgun. 1913 variable 4 to 8 times scope does just increase our accuracy and recoil. Doesn't really do anything out of that, and we don't usually aim down sight with this thing. The VDD Hunter does increase the hip fire accuracy, the aim walking movement speed, the aim down sight speed, and the sprint to fire speed. With this is a very, very reliable option here. The underbarrel, the SMLE pistol grip, does give us that hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. The 16 gauge 5 round fast mag does allow you to reload this thing in one go without having to reload the individual shells. This can be reliable, but sometimes it's also reliable to put those shells in, so pick and choose what you prefer here. In the ammo type, we do go with pack powder to increase that damage range. The pine tar grip does give us more hip fire accuracy. The proficiency gung ho does allow us to fire while we are sprinting and gives us a nice boost to our sprint to fire speed, but sleight of hand is really good too. And then in the kit, we do have surplus here because we were leveling this thing up, but I'd take fully loaded or quick as well. And the last one here is the Nikita AVT, which is absolutely one of the best guns going around right now, man. This thing is just an absolute monster here. The only thing that does let this gun down a little bit is, of course, the magazine size. If you are running the maximum damage build on this thing, you only have 25 rounds in the mag, which is not ideal, but you definitely can do some work with this thing with those fast reload speeds. Again, we do start off with that recoil booster, but you can of course take these silencers again if you do prefer that. In the barrel, we do have the Empress barrel for giving us that increase to our accuracy and the flinch resistance, which is really nice to get those shots on target. Makes us very, very accurate here with this weapon. Slate reflector does give us that very clear sight picture. The Kovalev Skyer folding stock does give us hip fire accuracy, aim walking movement speed, down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. Or you can of course take the Empress AVT RS for initial accuracy and recoil and aim down sight speed as well. M1941 hand stop with this, but again you can switch this out for the M3 Ready grip. The 30-aught 625 round fast mag does give us a massive increase to our damage, our range, our bullet penetration, and our reload speed, but again does give us 25 rounds in the mag, which is not ideal, but gives you really good damage values and range values with this thing, allowing you to get consistent 3-shot kills. Hollow point does allow you to get, again, consistent 3-shot kills out to the limbs instead of just only the torso, which is really, really powerful as well. The rear grip, we do have fabric grip here for giving us that increase to our aim down sight speed, our sprint to fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. We do have the brace proficiency for initial accuracy and recoil, and we round this out with kit, which is the fully loaded option for the most amount of starting ammo here. So there it is, guys, our top 10 best class setups leading into Season 4. Man, use these class setups to get you started and going around in Season 4, absolutely dominating your enemies. We will definitely be taking a look at some of the new weapons very, very soon. We've already unlocked the first SMG, which is super exciting, and looking forward to moving towards the LMG. Hopefully those weapons are very, very cool. Again, if you did enjoy this one and it did help you out at all, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it. It really does help me out. And while you're there as well, you might as well say goodbye to my dog because she's cute and sweet and I love her very much. So again, thank you for watching this one, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!